You
Was
the
it?
entire night.
It's American. All right. Hi, guys. We are Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Julien.
I'm Danny.
And Mike?
Guys, that last episode of Twilight Zone, what do you guys think about that? How was it?
That kid had way too much power, man. I was
That
scared.
little boy, that was scary. I don't know.
There's an episode in Star Trek that you and I saw, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
was Charlie.
Charlie X.
Remember Charlie X? He had almost the same power as this kid had. But
Yeah.
this kid seemed to have more power.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, I think in the intro they mentioned like part of the country was gone.
Yeah.
Remember that? You think
He isolated the village from like the rest of the country.
so? Either the country was gone, or like you said, maybe it was just isolated. Either way, that's too much power, bro. That was frightening.
Yeah.
Frightening.
The Jack in the Box.
The
still
Jack in the
haunts me.
Box. The Jack in the Box is crazy. That was insane.
I don't want
That
to play
poor
Jack
dog.
Box.
That poor dog.
Yeah. And the experiments he did. The dogs,
The
the
gopher.
gopher, the children disappeared. That fear. But anyway, that episode was incredible.
cornfield.
We can definitely see how that episode was iconic.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? Well, we're gonna plow on through here. We're gonna show another episode. For those of you who don't know, we have special guests here today. We have our one of our editors here, Danny, and another editor of our channel is Mike. These guys will be with us for a little bit watching Twilight Zones. Let us know what you guys think of these guys. You know, they might be doing more reaction with us. Good to have the young bloods seeing the old shows, because that's one thing I like showing on my channel, is showing the younger crowd older movies or older TV shows that they would have skipped on. They would have skipped on it. There was no way they'll watch it. You know, we discussed that in the last video where we talked about how kids, or not even kids, most people would not watch black and white shows because there's not enough CGI, or even the fact that it's black and white to them is a turnoff.
Yep.
Meanwhile, if you sit down and watch it, you actually pay attention, there's a hidden gem in there.
Yeah.
You know? So
That last episode was great. Like,
So
it was amazing.
out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
Like 10. Like,
There
it
you
was
go.
great.
4 stars just because 6-foot grandma didn't do anything.
Is that what we're calling her?
She could have. Well, this episode is called The Invaders. This is another one that ranks in the top 10 of all time Twilight Zone episodes. All right. So for those of you who are watching with us, this is season 2, episode 15, The Invaders. On the count of 3, guys. You guys ready? On the count of 3, hit play. On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Infamous intro.
I love this intro.
Iconic intro.
That should be a ringtone
Who the hell he is?
with a cigarette.
Yeah.
You think they even know what cigarettes are?
Well, there's no progress, right? Back then, there's no electricity, no gas.
Yeah.
I thought she just cut off her hand right
He's
there.
out in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. That's horrifying. That alone is horrifying.
I wouldn't mind being in the middle of nowhere so long as I have internet.
I know people who do want to live like that, like off the grid, even with no internet.
That's a little
awful.
hard to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. That's awful. I don't think that's something I want to do.
The smoke just, like, looks perfect. Like,
But that has to be dry ice to get that
Yeah, that
effect.
has to be.
I'll probably.
Yeah.
Also, so cool with the effects of like these shows back then. Like they have no CGI; they have to
Yeah,
do
and they
everything by
keep, they
hand.
keep it simple. They have to be creative. That's probably the last you want to hear, and you're in the middle of nowhere.
That's Santa Claus. What do you mean?
Yeah,
what about your soup, lady?
That
You
would
was gonna leave your
suck on
soup?
my knees.
Yeah, those stairs do not look friendly to your joints.
No, they do not.
The ladder.
Mm.
I also like the music. The music gives this eerie feeling It sets the
Yeah.
mood.
That's Star Trek.
Look at the shoes she got on.
Command bridge to Captain Kirk.
Beat me up, Scotty.
This is when I run out of the house.
Oh, I was right. It is
What
you.
the hell?
What a small saucer.
Yeah,
Who's fitting in there?
them aliens 3'4".
If it wasn't a time period, I would have said that's a drone. But I don't think people had any concept of a drone back then.
The Russians did.
Yeah.
What is she? Would you do this?
No, I would run out.
I would pee on it out of fear.
Insert
Hope
your
it'd be
dog.
like a slug type thing where you put salt around it and can't move.
You're just shocked.
Like, she's not even wondering, like, how it got there. She's just, like, exploring.
Well, I guess she is. I mean, she has to be wondering, no?
Yeah, but, like...
I mean, I would still be in shock from not hearing anything.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Is it a toy robot?
What? Oh,
It's
no.
dead.
That was
Whatever
your,
it is, it's dead.
that was
dead.
your... No,
That's gone.
that was your biggest mistake.
That might have started the rule of engagement.
A war.
There's another one. Why did you trap yourself in there?
Why don't you just
Oh, he's
punt
burning
the
her.
thing?
He's hurting her.
Why did she just, like, get out and then trap them in there? Like, no, she did the opposite.
Is
She
that
getting
the same-
shot?
Yeah, she's getting shot.
What?
That is funny, though.
There's one
Isn't
downstairs,
the alien
too.
still down there?
Was that the same
Yeah.
one?
There's an alien down there.
There's still
No, that-
someone
I don't- well, I
downstairs.
don't
They're
think
gonna
so.
shoot you out of the ladder. Like, they can shoot you out of the
Well,
ladder.
she doesn't
can't
know that. She's perplexed.
I love how she's not
Yeah.
looking for the
I
other
mean,
one.
Remember,
Yeah.
she's stuck in a time zone where there's been no progress. She has no idea what that is.
Mm.
No gas, no lighting, no electricity. She has none of that. She has
This-
no idea what that
Yeah.
is.
This is the Serbian mountain.
She can't even. Yeah. She can't even begin to concept what that is.
Correct.
I mean, I would go outside. Like, I don't know. She's in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't have
Dude, they
anyone.
might just fly that UFO into her head.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if you guys saw that, but what do you call it? They turned off the lights once the candle went out. I don't know.
I didn't even
thought that was
notice.
cool.
That's really cool.
She's about to destroy these aliens.
This is what the other grandma in the last episode should have done.
Yeah. 6-foot grandma should have done this to that little boy.
She should have. Oh, she got him.
You're right.
By the way, going back to what I mentioned about acting, she's doing a good job with her acting here.
Yeah.
Without saying a
She did
word.
Really good job.
She's not said a
Mhm.
word.
Someone tried to open that door.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh.
Dude, at that point, succumb to your fate.
I mean, they're torturing her at this point. I mean, this is torture.
Yeah.
it's torture.
Yeah. What did she pick up now? No,
You're right.
the same thing.
The light thing is actually very good.
Yeah, right? It like changes throughout the entire
Based on her candle movement.
scene. Yeah.
Is she gonna put them in the fire?
Oh,
Put it in the
try to cut
fire.
Let's try to cut it through.
Run to the fire.
Let's try to stab her.
Oh my god.
Just
That's
run to the
something straight out
fire.
of- Why are you trying to grab the knife? What the hell?
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh.
If
Oh
that
my
thing has
God.
a brain, it has damage.
I think it's dead.
I need to experiment on this later.
Oh, she did.
Oh, in the box.
Oh, into the fire.
So waste of a box.
She could just dump him in there.
You could have just put it in the fire and not just put it in the box.
Now I feel like the box protects him more. I don't know why.
Now they're getting the bigger.
I feel like they put sweat on them on purpose, or like either that, or it's just like
To get
the
that
set is very hot.
to get the effect. It's probably
Yeah.
not sweat.
Yeah.
That could be water. Maybe like a spray gun or something.
Like a spray gun.
Look at that.
Oh, looks like it's starting to become daytime though.
They're not leaving now.
She wants them to die.
As you know, like, this is cool and all, but I've been just wondering what happened to her soup. Like, she
Her
never
soup?
turned it off.
Yeah, her suit. What happened to her
Oh,
suit?
that means this poor lady is gonna be visited by like 100 more ships.
Well, no, it said to stay away.
Whoa, what's happening
Well, they
to her?
said
Is
to
Yeah,
not
but
come
they might
back.
investigate, right? If they decide to investigate,
What's
she's in
happening?
trouble.
I feel like something's
Yeah.
happening to her.
Yeah, she took out
What's
the
happening
ship.
to her? Maybe
Is
she's
it
just
like a-
tired.
Oh,
She's been
you
fighting
is
it
it-
the entire night.
It's American.
It is American.
So maybe there's
Oh.
like, maybe it's
Maybe
like,
this is a different planet.
It's a different planet.
yeah, she's a giant. She's like the
Yeah.
giant.
She's a
And
giant. Yeah. And then the U.S. came to visit a different planet.
yeah,
So I want everybody to realize that Ron Sterling is technically speaking a giant.
Transaction
Accounting.
universe. A bill stamp paid in full.
Wow.
And to be found unfiled.
but this is like
in the Twilight
before
Zone.
they actually went to space, right?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right.
so they had no idea.
This is excellent. All right, we can pause it here. Stop it here. Wow, guys, that was good.
That was
Wow.
That was really
I don't
good.
know.
That
why-
plot twist at the end was amazing.
What?
yeah.
Wow.
What a plot twist. That was amazing.
So much done without very little said.
Yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah.
that was insane with just those toy robots.
Mhm.
The atmosphere, the music that built the atmosphere. She did a good job with her acting. The idea that we can just land on some planet of giants.
Maybe that's actually what they thought. Maybe that's actually what they thought because they didn't go to space yet. Like, they didn't know what they would find. Like,
Well, that's the
they,
thing.
these are-
It shows you an era of creativity that people had to be creative back then, right?
yeah.
They never went
Yeah.
to space. What they know about space is very little. You know, the idea of it, the shape of the spaceship was an actual like a flying saucer.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very pulp
Culture.
fiction
Yeah.
for back then. You know, so I thought that was pretty cool. I liked it a lot.
I will say there is one definitely big inaccuracy in this, and that is if anybody in the United States that's a citizen were to die, we would immediately go to war.
Yeah.
Especially
we would send
over
so many.
Well,
Well,
ships.
that's what I was saying though. Like now she's gonna be invaded by a bunch of other smaller ships.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she's in bigger trouble now.
Yeah.
But again, that shows you what this show is, how good it is, because it leads you to do your own interpretation of the ending.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
what is the possible outcome if we were to continue with this?
Yeah.
You know? So it's a bunch of small ideas jammed in 20 minutes and either written great, acted perfectly. The music is so great. And this year, there wasn't like major special effects, but the lighting that Danny caught earlier, the lighting was so important to this episode,
Yeah.
right? It set the mood in such a way, and when the light went out, when she dropped the candle and all the lights went out, that was scary.
Yeah. The contrast of it all.
Yeah, the contrast of it, you don't know where these guys are at. They're hurting her. They're not killing her. They weren't strong enough to kill her. But that was scary. The fact that they had some type of power.
Which that's something new movies need to learn. We need some goddamn proper lighting in them because too many times have I seen
It's too dark.
a too dark movie and I can't see what's
What's
going
going on? Yeah.
Another thing about like the movie, it's cool for its time, like, because I could sit here right now and say like we could do this so easily right now, which we could, but it's cool because it's that time. Because if we made it now, it would be like, what is the U.S. Air Force doing in space? Like, what are they? This is not accurate. This is not. But it's cool because it was the time they were living in, and we could see like back then. But now, if we like made it, it would kind of seem like stupid because of the CGI we have now, and like that. like it's not accurate. Like
No, well,
so
yeah,
it
you,
wouldn't.
you kind of have to put yourself in that position of how it was back then. You know, you're watching this at home, right, on your television. There's no concept of space. What you're looking at is a frightening concept, and you don't know where this can go, right? And this is probably the best special effects you're gonna get for the time,
Yeah.
right? Because the idea of a flying saucer, that was a practical effect. That was pretty cool. Like, wow, that's a spaceship on top of the house,
Yeah.
right? And these guys, even though they were puppets and that was a little campy for this, it still delivered what it wanted to deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, think about it in terms of like when the TV show was actually airing. It was airing on probably like 144 pixel TV, so that you wouldn't even have recognized that that's a puppet. You would have thought, "Holy crap, they got an actual robot / alien thing on the show."
Yeah. And you can't pause it. You can't rewind it. Whatever's going on, you have to deal with what's going on.
You miss it.
And I can see like back then, like probably the whole family was glued to the TV.
100%.
Like everybody's like watching it, like wow, what the hell? You know, you're watching it, you're probably not watching it by yourself. They all sitting
on the
down.
screen, like that big, probably too.
Like people having multiple TVs is probably not really a big thing.
Probably not.
So everybody, whatever was on, everybody was watching.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had shows like this. You know, so again, even today, it may look campy, but that was a good story.
It was, yeah.
That was a good story.
Yeah.
You know,
And it was a plot twist to us because like Danny said like earlier, he was like, wow, it's an alien. Like to us it was like an alien, but for them it was like, wow, they're going into like space. We haven't really gone there. Like for them it was like a plot twist, right? But for us it was even bigger because now we associate that spaceship with like aliens.
NASA Americans.
Yeah. So
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I really did enjoy this episode. This was excellent.
I wonder if this was an anti-war show, like this specific episode.
Anti-war?
Yeah, because wasn't Nam around this time-ish?
Probably.
Yeah.
Nama's probably going on during this time.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the 60s was really tumultuous. You know what I mean? There was you had the civil rights
There's a lot of
movement
stuff going on.
The civil rights movement going on. You had Vietnam going on. You had a lot of assassinations going on.
Yeah.
Right? They killed Kennedy. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed Malcolm X. They killed Robert Kennedy. They killed I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
The 60s were a crazy time, period.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? You had the Beatles coming out.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like America being the invaders, kind of.
Oh, you think that was the connection?
Yeah.
but it could also be like America, because I know like around this time is when like they started like putting stuff like to make America seem like, because they were like technology, they were really like wanting to have the best technology so they could show that America could get to space or get to another world, like, and they were putting
propaganda.
US. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're also in the heart of the Cold War.
Yeah.
You know, the Cold War is happening at full speed at this point. So
I still can't get over the story.
Yeah, it was
The story, I really like the story. Oh, okay. I was saying that it's like you went into the story thinking that it was more as if we were the bad guys, right? Or like the invaders were like the ones that were being the bad guys, but in reality, it was just us coming into, like, actually, like us as humans coming into a different world, exploring. And the plot twist is just amazing.
And she attacked them. She attacked first, but she attacked out of fear.
She attacked first.
But out of fear,
Yeah.
because so that communication wasn't there, and then that led them to start shooting her with whatever lasers they had.
Yeah, save my man Gresham.
I liked that they had lasers, and it was like it wasn't strong enough to take her out. Like probably in that world where those humans are coming from, that's probably a really powerful weapon.
Yeah,
and it's not doing anything to her.
and just giving her whelps.
Little whelps.
Also, it's because they're like they said, they're giants, so like it's not necessarily that they're any less powerful, but that to them specifically being giants, they can't feel it that much. It's like a needle to them, like, because they're giants.
Like a cigarette burn the way it looked like.
Yeah,
but excellent. accent 100%. I really did like this episode. I mean, I got to put it up there as one of the best ones I've seen so far.
Yep.
Even the one we saw before was the little boy Anthony.
I'll admit, I liked the one before better because of how impactful it was, but the twist on this one was better.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
It was excellent. These guys were good writers back then, you know. And again, you can see how these inspired. Like if you were a kid back then watching this, you can see how this inspired you. Like, you know, I want to get more into sci-fi.
Yeah.
I want to get more
Yeah.
into this type of world, you know. And this had to have birthed a bunch of geeks and nerds of the time, you know.
100%.
So I mean, we're the same people. We're the geeks
Yeah.
and nerds of today. So you can see how these people got into these shows. Well, with that said, guys, listen, this was episode 15, season 2 of the Twilight Zone, The Invaders, guys. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please leave any comments you have in the comment section. We want to know what you think about this episode. When you saw this episode, you know, where were you? Do you remember how it was? How many times have you seen this episode? If you know anything behind the scenes of this episode, we'd like to know. We'd definitely like to know any of the production information, especially like the fact that there was very little dialogue and the lighting was superb. You know, it's really good job with the lighting stuff, guys. I really did enjoy this. This episode will be available on our Patreon for little as $1 a month unedited. The link is in the description below, guys. Really do appreciate you hanging out with us. We also have the merchandise that you will see that we have, again, the link in the description, where we sell hoodies, we sell shirts, we sell beanies, we sell all kinds of good stuff, guys. Anything you buy will help our channel grow. All that goes back in the channel. We'll get more equipment, more more microphones, some computers. That's where my mind is at.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, listen, we are Our Knights. I am Ray.
I'm Julian.
I'm Danny.
Mike.
Guys, take care.
Bye bye.
All right.